Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Mm. What's up, nephew? I just decided to jump on here, say happy Friday to everybody. Ooh, I had a lot to do this morning, so I didn't have a chance to jump on. Woo! What a week, right? Especially with trending topics. Yes. I'm going to give people a chance to load up. Yes, victims coming out. The Me Too is Me Tooing, okay? Let me see. Let me go back to Miami Tip. Miami Tip spoke up about. She spoke out about one of the lawsuits. If y'all don't know who Miami Tip is, she's from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Former stripper. She's trying to revamp her. Hey, Scarlett. Happy Friday. But she spoke out about the lawsuit. About the underage girl that was bang raped. Okay, let's see. Hold on.
So I want to chime in on this. I was really, really young when, I started going outside. I was 13 years old. I was going to the all ages clubs. That's how it started. Then I started going to adult clubs before I was 18. I done learned how to lie about my age. I learned how to make myself look older. While probably mentally, and if you had a conversation with me, you may have known after a while that I was young. But, going out to these clubs, it's drinking this liquor. I feel like, you know, your age, if a girl says she 18, you're
Thank you,
entitled to be
Scarlett,
18
for the
at,
super
at
sticker.
an 18 and over club or 21 and over club. While I was like
Appreciate
14,
you.
15 at adult clubs, I knew I was lying about my age and I knew that was wrong. But I knew in order to get the men that I was looking for that could do for me. When I say do for me, I meant like, I'm young, so I knew the little high school boys or boys my age couldn't pay my T-Mobile phone bill. I knew they couldn't give me money to go to Rainbow to get cute for the other clubs. You feel me? So I was looking at the older, in my situation, the older dope boys in the neighborhood to provide that for me. So I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to lie. I knew I had to put on a little bit of lip gloss to look a little older. I knew I had to wear the little wedge heels to look older. And at that age, I knew that it was wrong. And, I just feel like, wow, every case is different, and yes, some girls, their truth may have been that the men did know that they were 17. But there are a lot of cases where the men don't know that these girls are 17 or even 13, even. And, these girls, they know that it's wrong and what they're doing is wrong. And like in my situation, I was a runaway. So I was running away from home. I didn't really have the supervision for someone to be watching me or making sure I wasn't at the all ages clubs. Although my mom was looking everywhere for me, I was grown, I was promiscuous, I was ready to be outside, I didn't want to listen, and I knew I had to do what I had to do. And a part of that was being able to get finances and funded from grown men because the boys my age couldn't do it. So I knew I was lying. It was even one time I went to a concert, a Sis Trump concert. I was 15 years old. Tank was performing. Tank is like calling out women on stage. Clearly, he's thinking they're going to be grown women because this is a concert for a grown woman. Tank is an artist. What 15-year-old is going to be there? Tank called me on stage and kissed me. Now, what if an adult or my mom knew this and called the police on him? But I knew I was 15 and I went on that stage. Like, what if an adult or my mom or somebody really, went hard? Like, oh my God, he just kissed that girl. She 15, or if somebody pointed it out. You know what I'm saying? The kind of lash that he would have gotten from that, and I knew what I was doing is wrong. I knew I had no business on that stage. I knew I had no business at that concert. So the moral of my story is that while yes, every story, every female is different, but there are a lot of young girls out here that do know what they're doing, and they do know that lying about their age, because that they're lying to get in these parties with these celebrities or with these athletes. They're lying to older men because whatever they're after, and they're just being grown and fast and immature. But some of these girls do know. So I just feel like we need to wait until we get all the information before we start accusing people of really crazy. So I want to chime in on this.
Okay, so what do y'all think about what she's saying? Good morning, Juby Buggin. I wanted to see what y'all think. And now she's doing, I have another video. She did a follow-up video. And although we know that goes on, that's even a more reason. And these men are aware that this goes on, that these girls be lying about their age, getting fake IDs and stuff like that. In her case, Tank just kissed her. He thought she was, I don't know. I'm conflicted on this, Naughty Crew. Because I really feel like if you suspect that someone is younger, you should really fact check before. And I think a lot of problem with this is men think with the wrong head. They just trying to get their rocks off instead of protect themselves. Yes, I know that does happen. But when it goes to the point where you're actually transporting a minor across state lines for the gain of XEX, that's where the problem comes in. But of course, we know there's a lot. See, in our community, they call these girls fast. I just call them black girls lost. You understand? And they just didn't have supervision. And in my opinion, on my panel yesterday, did some research and found out that young girl that's involved with the Diddy case, she came from a broken home. And predators look for weak people like that so that they can prey on. I don't know. Let me know what y'all feel about what Miami Tick says. Let's see what her follow-up video is. I didn't have a chance to look at it, but let's see what she has to say. But in this day and age, you need to make sure you need to make sure a person is not a minor, period. Like, there's no excuse. I get back then times were different, but those pictures that was shown in that lawsuit, that girl looked young. You could tell she was young. You could just tell. Let's see what else she got to say.
So I wanted to clarify some things about my post about the underage girls. So in no way, shape, or form am I taking away or trying to take away from that woman's story. However, for me, the word allegedly is really big in this situation, and I just hope for all parties involved that they find the justice that they're looking for. And but with that aside, that situation or that post triggered me, and I felt compelled to talk about once again my own experience as an underage girl. No, I was never raped. I've been in some weird situations, but I was never raped. So my situation and that situation, I can't relate. I'm a firm believer that every situation is different. Okay, of course, if a man
Good
is
morning,
turned
Michelle.
on or attracted to young girls and that's what he goes after, yes, he should be punished in every way possible. But what I'm saying is, not all situations are like that. There are some situations, like most of my situations and what I was speaking on in my last post, is that for me, in my own experience, as a young girl, I would go to the clubs where you had to be 18 or 21. There's liquor involved, there's drugs involved, To some of these men's defense, with, under the influence, you're impaired. So you might not think to ask for an ID from a girl that looks like she's of age. And, y'all might go home and this man done slept with this girl and it's a one night stand. I feel like in that situation, the man doesn't have full, it. He doesn't have to take full accountability because it's a major chance that he didn't know her exact age. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want nobody to ever think that I think that it's okay for men to go after little girls, but I do know, it's some little girls out here that's just fast. Now, if a man gets involved and has a continuous relationship with a woman that he meets, and although he might think she's of age, trust and believe there are signs that girl, she's not the age that she told you that she was. And in those cases also, the man should be punished for continuing a relationship with a young girl. That 9 times out of 10 they talk immature, they walk, they dress, everything is immature. Some of these girls, young girls, are out here, they have motives, they have the wrong motives. Some girls, young girls, are forced into the streets and to try and grow up fast. Some girls, like myself, choose to do it on their own, and they end up in compromising situations. You know, Moral of the story: us as humans have to do better. The men, and then the young women, need to be protected and guided more. It's a sad situation regardless to what it is, because a lot of little girls' innocence are taken away. Like, for me, like, I don't think I've had a chance to really enjoy my childhood after the age of 13. So I wanted to clarify some things.
Okay. And here at Naughty Love Movement, I like to talk about all sides of situations. And I can honestly respect her point of view and coming out and saying that. And the main thing I agree with Tip is, as a human race, we need to change. Hey, in my opinion, we need to, like, protect your children at all costs. Seriously. And that's what I get out of it. Like, I encourage, see, I have an 18-year-old and I'm always on her, like, don't grow up too fast. I'm always talking to her about the dangers of friends. It's just a wicked world we live in. Seriously. I appreciate Tip coming out and telling her side. Hey, Robin. Exactly. Children ought to be loved and protected at all costs. Seriously. And I appreciate her coming out and telling her testimony. It's very valid, and we know that does exist. We know girls lie about their age all the time just so they can be in the clubs and stuff like that. But it's important to educate them, to let them know what danger they face out here. In my opinion, said yesterday, that young girl that was involved in that lawsuit, she came from a broken home. And if she had a one-parent home, somebody has to work to feed the household and support the household. So mom probably couldn't be everywhere. I don't know. We don't know, like, the details behind the circumstances. We know that goes on. But I just think, as a human race, we need to change the way we think. We need to ask more probing questions when it comes to dating. Everyone has a preference. I get it. But when it comes to, okay, the older man versus the younger woman, and even with older woman versus with a younger guy, I feel like it's the adult's responsibility to make sure they are in a consenting situation, a consenting adult. But I just thought that was interesting that she came out with that. Oh God, Russell Simmons is still hollering and screaming about Kimora stealing his money. He did not. I just want to put it. She did not steal his money. He sold her them stocks and she resold them. So that's egg in your face, sir. It's a cruel world. Exactly, Juby bugging. Let's hear what this asshole has to say.
Partner, what I hear, no, I was very generous and tried to be supportive. We were together 15 years, Kimora and I. And for 8 years, we were married. Another 7 before that, we were back and forth. And then I was best friends with Kimora throughout the entire raising of my children. I'm the godfather to all 3 of her other children. I was good friends with Jaimin. I was good friends with this Tim Leisner. So I tried to be as flexible and as accommodating and supportive. And then, sometimes things don't work out. You've seen there's a lawsuit. I had no choice. I think Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Lord Buddha, anybody would have sued. What? A lot of money, and it can help a lot of people. She gave what is now, today, based on the stock, $800 million to the government illegally. And now I'm fighting to get my half of it back. And it was in support of Tim, who, as you know, is a convicted criminal. And they stole, I think it was $6 to $8 billion from the Malaysian people. And his bail was my stock, which had no right to be.
Kimora alleges that you didn't use any of your own money to buy the stock. You didn't use.
Oh yeah, any alleged. Tim paid for the stock.
Money
Tim bought the stock.
Invest in her investment company.
It was my company. Tim put money in my company, and we bought the stock. It's obvious. The government will figure that out. It was mine. I found the company. I built the company. I reformulated the drink. I got LeBron and Kobe and Kim Kardashian and Puffy and everybody promoted. It was nothing, and now it's worth $16 billion, right? And I was part of that process. In fact, it would never have existed if not for me. That's the fact. So I did the work, and I owned the stock. And then one day, they just took it behind my back and gave it to the government as his bail. And then it was only worth $60 or $70 million. Plenty of money for me. I'm a billionaire. I live in Bali. It's cheap. I have what I have. I'm happy. The fact that it's going to ballooned up to $800 million is quite a. Maybe I should thank everybody, when it gets all resolved. But in the short term, there are people I can't help. They're philanthropic, social, and political concerns that I would normally help.
What are the steps that have to happen?
Oh, I don't even go into legality. Well, the government has now moved back and said they want to negotiate. They don't want to go to trial over it because they want to go to forfeiture. So they said they're going to negotiate. We hope that we can make a reasonable. I hate that I give them anything. I offered them 10% of my half. And then she's sitting on a bunch of it that she can't cash either. So the stock is totally at the mercy of the market, how much money it is. Mm-hmm. And it goes up sometimes what's equal to $100 million and down. I built this hotel thinking I had the stock too. So from a liquidity standpoint, it really put a crunch on me.
How so?
No liquidity. I can go do a lot of I didn't make rapper money like Kanye West. I was a different era. But I made enough. And yes, there's a liquidity crunch. It's there. It's not, I'll survive.
He's so foolish. The gaslighting. Good morning, Curves. Hey, Julie Buggin. Yes, I'm glad you're here too. I'm sorry I'm not in StreamYard. I just jumped on here. Juby Buggin says if he don't keep his guilty behind and Bali hiding out from what he Exactly. He was dating Kimora when she was 15. You know what he heard about? Kimora played chess, not checkers. Okay? She got her money. That's it. And he in his feelings. And he gonna spend more money in legal fees trying to fight her on it instead of just leaving it alone. But that's his ego. That is his ego. Did anybody download Pink Friday too? I'm not beat for Nicki Minaj. I'm not supporting her. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Something just flashed up on my feed. Let me see. Oh, a toxic tea. She said Pink Friday too. Trash. Let me see what she got to say.
Don't buy another lottery ticket before you see this. Do you want to know how repeat lottery winners are able to win over?
What's up, my crowns and tiaras? Welcome to the Toxic Tea Lounge. Everything in this video is allegedly. Let's talk. So today we are only going to be discussing Nicki Minaj's new album, Pink Friday 2. It's just dropped, alright? Today is the 8th, okay? And it came out today. I listened to the whole 22 tracks. Yes, it has 22 songs on there. And I'm going to give y'all my opinion on each track, alright? Little by little. And I'm going to give y'all my overall thoughts on the album, okay? So let's just start off with the first one. The first one is called Are You Gone Already? Okay? It's like a singing song, okay? The chorus is the singing part. It's supposed to be like a sentimental song. Now, me, I'm confused because I don't know if she was talking about herself, someone dying, or what. I don't know. I don't know if it was a message for her son. I don't know. So I was a little bit confused on number one, okay? Now, if y'all can understand number one, let me know what y'all think that number one was about. And how do y'all like number one? First of all, number one was not it for me. Okay, number one was not it.
All right. So, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. She said it's trash. I'm sure it is trash. All this hoopla and people blowing up the internet with this mess. Like, did anybody forget that she's married to a whole rapist? I don't know. Like, the double standards, it just gets on my nerves. It's just like that Balenciaga fashion show. After all we learned about Balenciaga, look at all the people that was supporting it. I'm just tired of the double standards. I really am. I'm looking forward to 50 dropping the documentary. I'm gonna be here for it. I think we should have a watch party for it. So somebody created a meme making fun of Krishan and Jade and Alexis, and I thought it was hilarious. Here we go.
We just dropped and don't know what's going on. You know shit. Oh, you calling? Pick it up. Pick it up, Jade. Hello. He said we found his phone. Like, yo, I got Jaden's phone. I'ma call him and he better pick up because I got some shit to say. Oh God, I swear to God, yo, like, yo, it's good.
Yo, where y'all at?
Yeah, we were supposed to be coming up here and meeting to pick up the baby, but we got drawn, so we had to pull over because we can't be, like drinking with the baby and shit.
What about me? Y'all found my phone yet?
No, we gave you a phone. This ain't your phone. We gave you a phone. This Jaden's phone.
Well, I'm about to take the kids across the street.
Dude, you lame. Why would you take the baby across the street? Like, why would you take your kid across the street?
Like, why would you leave me here with them? That's crazy.
Alright, Papa, but I'm sorry, I can't take it no more. Like what? Get so real. I couldn't pretend no more. Oh, shit, he calling you. Answer it, No. Oh, she's scared of this. Scared of him. I like to say, like, for real, he can kiss my ass.
Love it. I'm here for the ratchet boycott. I am here for the ratchet boycott. She was dead or she was spot on, okay? She was spot on. I thought it was hilarious. Anybody was here for the color purple red carpet? Because I was just like, whatever, when's the movie dropping? I had something about Billy Porter. He was speaking about Pose, and I thought it was interesting. He was talking about how they don't really make no money off of it. It was hilarious. That's why I was like, I gotta share that with my Knotty crew because they was dead on. Oh, here we go. Shout out to On Site. Y'all know Billy Porter. He starred in the hit series Pose, which I love, and I thought it was cut off way too soon. I wanted more seasons. But for those of you who don't know, Pose touched on basically like the 80s, and it kind of gave like a lead up to the whole LGBTQ plus movement and how, you know, they started fighting for gay rights. It was also at the time, at the height of the AIDS epidemic, when a lot of people were dying from it. But it talked about a community of kids, you know, who were homosexual and lesbian, and a lot of them were put out of their homes, you know, for different reasons because parents were religious and closed-minded. And so what they did, they flocked to New York City, and they all started to like come together and create homes and their own families and things like that. And that's where you got like the ballroom lifestyle. That's where voguing came from and everything. So that's why I love that show, because it really was like raw and honest about what people really went through during those times. And you know, Sparkle spoke about this on my channel or whatever. That was my main purpose, like, because I wanted Sparkle to speak to those times, because that's where Sparkle came from. She's from New York City. Hey, Kim. I was going to call you. I was like, I'm calling Kim this evening to check on her. I hope you are doing well. So Billy Porter was speaking out. Hold on. Here we go.
6-cent checks on Pose. A show that I won an Emmy for.
So what do you mean you're making
6-cent residual checks? What?
That's what you're getting?
Yes. That's what we're getting. Some of us are getting 6-cent checks. No. That's why we were on strike for 118 days. No. Y'all don't get to do that to us anymore.
And so have you really lost a home?
Yes.
Is it your home?
Why would I be lying? Of course.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm just, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're just being a journalist.
I thought, really? I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
it is. Everybody in this business, except for the ones who are making the FU money, are 3 months away from homelessness. If you got laid off tomorrow and didn't get a job for 3 months, you'd be in a... That's what it is.
Okay, you heard them. They getting 6-cent checks, and which tells me they're still being discriminated against. Like, that's horrible. And Pose is now on Netflix, circulating. Okay, Courage, you said it is weird that I don't have the desire to... You said, is it weird that I don't have desire to see another movie about Black trauma oppression with no retribution? The only remake I want to see is the Django on repeat. Okay. Not into seeing Color Purple. How is this an uplifting movie for us when the history isn't even taught properly in school? The plot is to keep us down in our minds. We need empowering movies. They do get to do it, and we'll do it again. Clones on the ready is the star gets out of line. These stars all need to meet with me. I can money moves to reap the compound interest. Yeah. Sounds like people need to start getting lawyers before they sign contracts. Seriously. But I thought that was weird that they only receive 6 cent checks. It's crazy. Now, as far as the color purple, I want to see it because of the cast. I want to see Taraji play Suge Avery. Seriously. And I think she's going to kill that role. Also, I just love the color purple. Like, so when I was a kid, my mom, she's a retired postal worker. And so I would have to stay with my grandparents on the weekend. And I used to watch that movie all weekend long. You know, as I got older, I started to understand what it really, really represents. But I just loved the story behind the color purple. And I just thought it was like realistic. And I love the music in it. And I even seen the play. Wow, Spotify get 3 cents per download. They just straight robbing artists now. Seriously, that's why it's important to own your own stuff. Own your trademark your stuff. Make sure you check for publishing and things like that before you get into deals. I'm all about being independent myself. Okay? I'm just all about being independent. Did y'all hear Jason Lee is dragging J Hud? It's weird. He's unapologetic about it. No. To each his own, Curse. You know how we do, or whatever. I'm a big fan of the original, but I even saw it on Broadway, and stuff like that. I'm interested to see. I'll let y'all know when I go see it. We do need more empowering content. Seriously. Did y'all hear Kodak Black got arrested? And I said, looking like this, he should be. Yep. He got arrested for possession, and you got to be on something looking like that. Seriously. So he's being held in Broward County Jail and was hit with possession of the white girl, tamper or fabricate physical evidence, and improper stop, stand, park charges. So he was pulled over and caught. Beyonce made the cover of People magazine. Yeah, he looks possessed. Probably gave his soul to the devil. So for those of you parents out there, because you know it's dangerous now taking your kids' phones away. Shout out to It's On Site.
My daughter teacher called me and she said, hey, I'm just calling because, they're supposed to turn their phones in and receive them back at the end of the day. And I caught your daughter with her phone. She's 11. I caught your daughter with her phone, and she said she didn't have the phone. She just had the case. Later on, I found out that she actually had the phone. So I took the phone, and I'm going to give it back to her to bring home. But if it happens again, we're going to keep it. I said, no, that's not going to happen. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I said, you're going to take that phone and you're going to keep it. I said, I don't care how long you keep it. It can be for 7 days or 30 days. That's your discretion. Because what she needs to do is learn to respect you. And she needs to learn to stop lying to you. So, yeah, that phone is yours. We laughed at it, and then I got off the phone. I never said anything else.
Y'all agree with her? Y'all agree with her? Let's see what else is trending. These kids with these phones now, it's just like. Mm. Looks like 50 Cent remains committing. He remains committed to producing Surviving Diddy. Exposed. Yeah, he trolling him again today, y'all.
You. What you so quiet for?
Me?
Share with the group.
Yeah, I got one idea. So 50 Cent, I don't know if you saw his last post, but he basically said he would buy Revolt for a pretty good amount of money. And I really think you should consider that, you know, all the shit you got going on.
Oh, y'all think this meeting is for me? No, this meeting is not for me. It's for y'all. See, I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, I know you're gonna be all right, but I mean, let's just say worst case scenario, you know, like the feds are coming and they, you know, put you in jail. I would take the money.
You ever been mindfucked before?
Okay. 50 is crazy. He need to take the money and run. He need to liquidate everything and get out the country, the world. Let me cut my mouth. Hey, Robin, residual payments are not rooted in racism. They are paid on a predetermined reimbursement schedule. Those pennies checks equal diminishing returns. Got it. Ooh, good point, Kurz. It seems weird. These teachers want blickies in the classroom, but no cameras to show what led up to the drama. Good point. The phones in school is the only proof sometimes. I mean, do they really have the right to take it? Like, especially when I'm paying for it? Yeah, leaving the country won't help, Diddy. I just don't understand why I'm just waiting for the charges to be filed. I'm just waiting for the charges to be filed. Oh, this woman is trolling Xavier Howard hard. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just make sure this is the same story. I was like, what the heck? What's up, Cece?
With your daughter now.
Hold on 1 second. Let me mute. Sibling rivalry. No, that was a different person. Jasmine Brown, she had a few jokes about being third woman Cam Newton has a child with. People need to start using protection, period. If you're not in a committed relationship, we shouldn't be sleeping together without protection. So you don't have to do comedy tours dragging an MF because he don't want to take care of his kid. Isn't the brat baby so cute? He's so cute. He's just a whoppy. He just drooling all over the place. Their baby special, I think, started. They have a baby special. Got you, Juby Bug. And the phone doesn't belong to the teacher. It is the property of the parents. So no, they cannot confiscate it, but the school can create rules against it, which is a double-edged sword. You don't win that way. Did y'all hear McDonald's trying to make another franchise? McDonald's to set up a new spinoff restaurant called Cosmics that will focus on coffee and specialty drinks. Y'all going to Cosmics? That's the menu. But wait a minute. Ain't that food? They got sandwiches. The first location opens in Illinois. Okay, well, good luck to you, Mickey D's. Good luck to ya. Good luck to ya. So, yeah. Oh, let me get back to this. So, this person, was she wrong, Knotty Crew? Woman puts DNA results on baby's shirt to prove that Xavier Howard is the father of her child. Which, that is... She created a onesie and everything. That is extreme. That is extreme. And that's the more reason why these people need to use condoms. Kurt said, love that she did the DNA like that. It's the best DNA reveal ever. Yeah. Tasha K talking about.
On these a lot of times. Baby, I had a long night last night, but baby, I had took my birth control out, y'all. I'm not supposed to because really I'm fertile murder, but baby, now I gotta take me one of these. You know.
Oh God, so the things that people choose to expose about themselves, like the oversharing culture, is on my last freaking nerves. I don't need to know that you had to take a Plan B pill. I'm just tired of the oversharing culture. Some shenanigans went down at the bar the other night. I was wondering if I should share it with my Knotty Crew. Y'all want to see? Let me see if it's in here. Hold on. Ooh, I do got it. Y'all want to see? It was a creeper in there. Hey, James. It was a creeper in there, and he was very handsy, feeling on everybody. And Lino, my bartender, shout out to the best bartender, okay? He had to handle that ass. Let me tell you something. I'm going to get my bartender a Christmas gift. You want to know why? He not only the bartender, he's security, he the bouncer. He works, he really earns his money, and he really protects me when I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like, he'll tell me, like, Nicole, don't go out there. Nicole, don't do this. And I listen, because he be on point. But he was a creeper. Okay, here we go. Here's the footage. Hold on. See me right here? Here he goes, walking up. He starts getting belligerent. He kept coming up to me, and I'm like, move. See, Lino's like, get away from her. He had been telling him. I was on live. He threw a drink at Lino. All right, here we go. Exactly. Lino had to throw him out the bar. Get your ass out. Get your ass out. So I got the best bartender ever. He has a hard job, and you know when people get inebriated, they just get weird. But he kept feeling on us, unwarranted. We did not want him feeling on us, and so that's why he kind of like mushed him when he came close to me, because it's just like, get out of here, get out of here. Mm-hmm. He comes in there, but you know, sometimes he just be a little too drunk or whatever. And this night he was extra drunk, and he kept going around and just like feeling on people and stuff like that. In this day and age, you can't be touching on people or whatever. And Lino had been telling him, like, leave people alone. Leave people alone. Stop touching people. He had warned him over and over again. And that's when he finally like mushed him, like, get away from her. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. So I was just like, ugh. See me, I just be in my own world. I don't bother nobody. But people need to like learn how to handle their liquor. Stay home if and drink if that's the way you get. If that's the way you get, stay your behind home. Okay? But I'm getting him a Christmas gift this year because he do so much like to make sure I'm okay and everything. So like I appreciate him for always looking out for me. Mims, he made 90,000 subs. I can't even imagine that right now. Yeah, I'm always in good hands with him. He be like my security when I go in there. But he's very protective. Like, when the men, he got zero tolerance. Like, once he warned you a few times, he got zero tolerance. He throwing you out. But it was a girl. She came in there drunk, and she just started kind of like socializing. She was all over the place. She had no bra on. Boobs was swinging from left to right everywhere, and she got on people's nerves. So Nino, he locked her in the back of the bar and called her Uber to make sure she got home. I would I know. I'm trying to make my 2K subs. Like that's what I'm focused on right now. And right now we at 1,930 subs, Naughty Crew. We getting there. We are getting there. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys. I appreciate like y'all vote of confidence in me. I hope to be there one day. One day at a time. It's right. One foot in front of the other. And I like my Naughty Crew. You know what I mean? I like how we growing at a steady pace and things like that. Oh, I got that story, Curves. Yes, a woman tried to set Martin Luther King childhood home on fire. Here we go. So, woman arrested for pouring gasoline trying to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home in Atlanta. It's crazy. So, the King Center released the following statement. Tonight, an unfortunate incident occurred at the birth home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as an individual attempted to set fire to the historic property. Fortunately, the attempt was unsuccessful thanks to the brave intervention of Good Samaritans and the quick response of law enforcement. We thank the Atlanta Police Department, Atlanta Fire Department, and the National Park Service, and the Mayor Andre Dickens for leading the efforts to ensure the safety of our cherished nation landmark and its adjacent neighbors. Our prayers are with the individual who allegedly committed this criminal act. Oh, I got that too. Yeah, he did respond. He did respond. I got it too. Can I tell y'all something about how I feel about that whole civil rights movement? Although I appreciate what they were trying to do, but I just find a lot of discrepancies with that whole movement, especially with the whole Rosa Parks thing, how she wasn't the original woman that said no on the bus, but the original woman that did was too dark skinned, so they felt like Rosa Parks light privilege would be a better look. Like, that whole thing just turned me off. Like, shout out to Voodoo Doll, because she does like a Black History Friday on her channel, and she dives into that subject and finds all like the contradictions and things like that. And really the women were the forefront of that movement. If you look deep into it, it's crazy. I don't want to piss anybody off, but yeah, a lot of contradictions there. So Cameron claims Melissa Ford had sex in the bathroom for $2K back in the day while speaking on why he blasted her on Instagram yesterday. So now we're going to slut shame her. Okay.
On our shows, I was talking about how me and Mace in the 90s, so I was talking about the actual year I was talking about was 1992. We was in a whorehouse. And we was laughing, having fun. And we saying, whatever, we was in a whorehouse. Mace, Mace don't always give me permission to talk about our old stories because, he's a man of God and he got other shit going on, but he remembers his past sometimes, so sometimes he's letting me talk. Anyway, I'm talking about this time, we in the whorehouse and all that shit. Talking about, we slid a bitch, all this shit. Cool, whatever. I see a clip where on Joe Budden's podcast where Melissa Ford is talking about, it might have been underage girls in there. First of all, I only like older bitches. Second of all, during one of our shows, it was 1992, we was underage. That's A and B. We wasn't supposed to be in there. We wasn't 18. I just turned motherfucking 16. I ain't even defending myself on that nonsense. You're not even from this country. I don't know what the fuck was going on in the whorehouses in Canada or wherever you from or whatever pedophile shit they on, wherever you from. We not on that. I ain't even going into that. More of the story, she said it. Knowing the times we in. Joe Buttons and them went in on whatever. They're like, yo, that's some serious allegations, this, that, and the third. But they didn't edit it out. So from two things I take from that, they either threw her under the bus or they said, fuck it, let's get the ratings or whatever they wanted to do. Either way it came out, it could have been edited out. It wasn't live like I'm doing live right now. So I ignored it because it's nonsense, so I ignored the shit. We said a little something, it was 1992, we was underage. That's A and B. We wasn't supposed to be in there. We wasn't 18. I just turned motherfucking 16. I ain't even defending myself on that nonsense. You're not even from this country. I don't know what the fuck was going on in the whorehouses in Canada or wherever you on our show, but we don't get that. We don't give this type of energy I'm doing on live. That type of business on our show, my nigga. Our shit is sports and our fun. So this energy don't go on our show. This cam energy on my own personal time. So we said a little something, I ain't even say nothing. I said, fuck the bitch don't know what she talking about, whatever. So, yesterday, whatever day she issues an apology, I'm like, nah, don't apologize. Because I was going to address it when I felt like addressing it. But the reason reason I addressed it yesterday is because it's like, yo, you say that foul shit, because that's some foul shit to say. Man, foul, like that shit, like, and the times we in for you to make them type of allegations, don't know what the fuck you talking about? You serious? Come on our show, but we don't get that. We don't get. See, we. Come on, my nigga. Stop playing with niggas, man. Anyway, she tried to apologize, and I said to myself, nah, because if I address it in a month or whenever I felt like addressing it, people gonna be like, oh, Kim, she apologized, leave it alone. You can't just say shit like that, and 3 days later, 2 days later, like, oh, my bad, I wasn't thinking. You damn right you wasn't thinking. You wasn't thinking. Y'all shouldn't have said that. You know, that's some serious allegations. Well, I'll say that in the beginning. You not even from here. Come on, my nigga. Stop playing with niggas. You not even from this country. I could have went straight to Ice-T, fucked you in the bathroom for $2,000 when you was fucking doing waitressing. I didn't even go there. You used to fuck in the bathroom. The Kit Kat Club, one of them old ass club, bitch. Stop. You a video vixen. You're not even from this country.
What does that have to do with anything? What does her not even being from this country have to do with anything? And did you and Mace think about how it would affect women when y'all was talking about running a choo-choo in a whorehouse? They don't care. They don't care. And now she's all type of bitch. Now she fucking in the bathroom and things like that. Like, if it don't apply, let it fly. Right. Same thing Irv Gotti did to Ashanti. I said it. I was offended. Look, I was rocking for Mace and Cameron for their new show. And I thought it was supposed to be all about, like, them talk about sports commentary with a little humor and stuff like that. And Mace being a man of God, you know what I mean? I was pretty shocked that he was giggling and kikiing along with it. Why are you bragging about something like that? To me, like, where was your value as a man to the point, like, you up in a whorehouse running trains? And then now come to find out you was underage. I just think he could have kept this response to himself. I don't even think Melissa should apologize. I mean, it is a possibility. You don't know who was up and in that home, right? I think she was wrong. I think it was the way she worded it that it was wrong. All right, you can't make accusations like that. Seriously. I think I would have came from the stance like, you know, you feel good about what you did. You don't know how you affected that woman. You know what I mean? Like, are they devalued as human beings because it's a whorehouse? That's just like if a woman of the night, a streetwalker, is raped. Because she's a streetwalker, it didn't happen. Yes, it has. The industry has destroyed the foundation of integrity and foundation. They don't even see anything wrong with what they said. This is wrong on many levels. And I said, like, Melissa was wrong for making that blatant statement, but it's true. Like, you don't know who's in those type of homes, right? You don't know who you're going to encounter. And y'all up here bragging about it in this day and age where we seeing Diddy go down. Whether she was a willing participate, that's it. I find it quite odd how Russell Simmons, Mace, Cameron, they love bragging about the group activities that they're indulging in. Does anybody find that weird? Does anybody find that weird? That they like indulging and watching each other. You heard it with Aaron Hall. Yeah, they all see me as. Don't nobody find that dysfunctional and weird? I do. I find it very dysfunctional and weird. I find that I find it disturbing, to be quite honest. Like, I just feel like I'm not even safe in America with men thinking like this. Period. I'm sorry. Most dudes I know don't have group sex with their homeboys. Okay, I didn't want to say it. Juby Buggin said it for me. Yep, and it makes pictures like this look even more creepy. You got Dame Dash, you got Aaliyah, who's that? L.A. Reid, Diddy, and J-Lo. All in the bed. Looks like it'd be one of Diddy's white parties. Yes! Cockholding. I don't know. Naughty Crew, maybe I'm just different and I come from an old school way of thinking. Any relationship I had, never the men that I don't know. They never, maybe they just didn't tell me about it, okay? But they never told, like, don't nobody think that's weird that they all like having all these orgies and stuff like that? Like the men like watching each other. That's the definition of cockholding. Even Russell Simmons said he's had foursomes, threesomes with his friends and all these women. But it speaks to mentality. It speaks to the mentality of the men in the industry. We talked about this. And it's crazy because when I really, really started speaking out loud about it, all this stuff came out about Diddy. And I had posed the question to my Naughty Crew, why is this behavior coddled in the industry? It's deep-seated and it's deep-rooted. Lil Meech is speaking on how he impregnated Summer Walker. Y'all want to hear about it? Child, that girl need another baby daddy, like a hole in her head. Somebody tie her tubes, please. This girl hoards baby daddies. Summer Walker is a baby daddy hoarder. Remember I told y'all that. She get pregnant by everybody she involved with. Everybody. None of her kids have the same father, except for the. Don't she got twins? Yo, the squirrels in my yard are gangster. They just be chilling in my yard because there's mad acorns back there. The squirrels in my yard are gangster. Here go one right here. Look how big he is. Look how big he is. Look how big he is. Because they eating all the damn acorns. Look. This they kitchen. Look at them. That's them eating all the acorns. All the shells. It's like 4 of them that be back here chilling. We got a whole family. And they look healthy. They look real healthy. They just be chilling, eating on the bench like they live here. Like they live here. The squirrels are gangster. And so it's official. Summer Walker has acquired another baby daddy in Little Meech. She's a baby daddy hoarder. Oh, Wendy Williams' manager is speaking on. You guys, let's see what he got to say. Shout out to the Jasmine brand.
Why was you in the tabloids?
Well, I think it was something pertaining to Wendy.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, I'm sorry, Wendy Williams. I don't think anything happened to her. I just think people just had an opinion because Wendy's such a strong figure.
What they had to do with you, though, my boy?
I manage Wendy Williams.
Oh, you managed her?
Okay, so you still manage her now?
I still manage her now.
Okay.
Yes. And we're friends. I manage her. I do jewelry for her. We're connected in so many different ways. So, I just feel like everyone had an opinion about Wendy. And, I had something to say about it. But I realized I can't always respond to everything that I see.
Because you're not used to being in that position where people are coming for you.
Coming for me. So the minute they came for me, I figured I'm going to let them know I'm not the person to come for. But I realized it's just a better way to deal with things. And it's just sometimes better to just be quiet.
This is just a business relationship.
Yes, that's only a business relationship. Initially, I just tell you the truth since we on way up. Wendy wanted to make her ex-husband jealous.
Okay.
So she was flirting with me a little bit.
Yeah, both from Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he's a great guy. He had a lot to endure. Just dealing with Wendy hands-on, I know it's a lot.
Okay.
So I know he had to go through a lot. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. But, she wanted to make him jealous, so she was bothering me, and she was, taking a couple close photos, and everything got leaked, and
Did you go all
How
the way?
close?
Oh, what way?
People like
No,
that.
not at all.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go anywhere. I ain't passed no Monopoly, nothing.
I ain't gonna know
No,
it.
he can ask. I don't mind him asking.
Okay.
I did nothing. I didn't even give her an extended hug.
Okay.
We're friends. We do
I
business.
feel like I saw an extended hug.
Nah, it wasn't extended. It just looked that way. Yeah, it was like 2 seconds. It wasn't. But it's just business. There's nothing outside of that.
Okay.
We're friends. We care about each other. I got nothing but love for her.
How did you end up? So you started off as a jeweler, and then she asked you to manage her.
Well, I think same thing like the jewelry. We were having a lot of conversations, and I was just like, well, Wendy, you should be doing this, or maybe you should be doing that. Why isn't this happening? And I guess in just the conversations that we had, she felt like I could be an asset to her business.
And so you still manage her now. So how is she doing?
Wendy is resting right now.
Okay.
Wendy needs a break, in my opinion. I feel like she's been working straight for like 14, 15 years.
Right.
And, it's time for her to sit her ass down for a minute.
I think people love Wendy so much, and that's why people felt very protective at a time. So
You know what? I agree with him. Wendy, she been going hard for years. But I would like to hear what she think about this whole P. Diddy mess. Like, Wendy, we need your opinion. Because Wendy Ben called him out on all of this mess, and he had her fired. Remember that? And that's when she went to Philadelphia. But I would like to hear her opinion about this whole Diddy mess. I really, really would. But Wendy, she messy, okay? And you know what? I think she just wanted a little eye candy sitting around, okay? Why not? I ain't mad at her. So that's all the stories I have. Okay, Knotty Crew. I wanted to jump on here and say happy Friday to you all. I appreciate you all supporting me through the week because it was a long week and between YouTubing and work and stuff like that. So like you guys help me keep it going and to keep my energy up. So I am forever grateful. But we going to keep it going. We got to keep it going so that we can continue to grow. All right. Let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about these different topics floating around. We got into MLK. Somebody tried to burn down his childhood home. What else did we get into? Lord have mercy. There's so many stories out there. It's hard to keep up with everything. Oh, we got into Miami Tips speaking on the lawsuit that was recently filed against Diddy. She spoke out about how she wanted, she would make herself look older so that she can get into the different clubs, and how she wanted the older men because they had the money to get the things. See these squirrels? Look, it's 2 of them, y'all. These look at them. They just be taking over the yard. Say hi, squirrels. They just be taking over the yard. My messy back porch. We getting it together. Oh. What else we got into? Oh, Pink Friday 2 is reported that it's trash. Russell Simmons saying that Kimora owe him $800 million. It's given he broke. Because he ain't never talk about money like this. Also... Oh, James, you sent me this. Oh, my God, you guys. And I seen this original show when it started. It was on Prime. And it started out Side Chicks of North Carolina, right? Megan James has been trying to get this show off the ground forever. So now they're going to the For Us By Us network. Got Megan James and rapper The Game casting side chicks for a new reality show. I think this idea for the show is quite disgusting. And I wish I could show you the trailer, but it's this very explicit. This is going to be another trash network like Zeus, okay? I'm gonna see if I'll watch it for you, but I don't really like the side chick culture. I don't like it. And I don't like that it's being glorified. Anywho, what else we got into? We got into a meme, Krishan, for those of y'all who missed. We got into a meme being made after Krishan and Jade and Alexis. I felt like they nailed it. We also got into Cameron responding to Melissa Ford's apology, which I think he took it way too far. Oh, Sean is back outside, guys. Okay, look at Sean. He's like the prime minister. So he says in his caption, so fascinating to witness Sister Rodriguez making, well, I can't pronounce that, but drums. Okay, so I thought that was dope. He looks good. He looks happy. Maybe because he's been away from Diddy for so many years. I thought that was dope that he shared that with us. He's really for the people, so I like it. So he's prime minister of his country in Belize. He was deported after he did that time for taking the fall for Diddy. It seems like everybody that leaves Diddy, for the most part, does better. Okay. For the most part, does better. So shout out to Sean, because his life could have went so many different directions. Well, Naughty Crew, that's all I have for y'all today. Happy Friday to you all. I'm going to be outside tonight, so make sure y'all follow me on my different social media platforms. Yeah, it's pretty warm out today, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go outside. I don't like being cold, so I love you all. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.